A Houston high school teacher is helping her students find joy in the classroom. Education, as we all know, changed drastically over the past year, but there is one thing that remains constant.
News 8 Now's Jordan Fremstad introduces us to July's top-notch teacher who understands how important relationships are, especially now.
My father is a retired colonel. My mother is a Bible teacher. We're going to get started with reviewing for the AP exam. Just serving others has always been stress in my family. So Conley Lorenz, if you remember, he's the duck guy.
But Jacqueline Mathers, 13 years, in front of the classroom, don't measure up
Everything will be fine.
to the daunting task 2020 brought.
I'm not going to lie, the last 2 years have been the most difficult ever.
The simple pleasures of education did not change.
What do you have to figure out? The most important thing is still the same, forming relationships. Very good. You can
Relationships. This changed Ava Schrader's entire attitude walking through these doors.
I used to hate school, and then I took her class in the 8th grade, and I probably wouldn't even be where I am today if I hadn't taken her classes.
When something has a hole in it, what do we do?
Students notice when a teacher cares.
Your eye doesn't know that. It's your brain that knows it.
It's really important, especially for younger kids too, when they're looking for someone to do that, and she's always there.
She's honest with you, and she cares about you and your grade and how you're doing just in life in general.
So that's the opponent process theory that...
That's another constant. Jacqueline won this honor before, 10 years ago. That's never happened since News 8 Now decided to highlight the work of people like herself.
So that is a gift in itself. The gift of knowing what you do means something.
Now I want to be a social studies teacher because of her.
What's in there?
I want to be basically another Mrs. Mathers.
I don't know if I deserve that honor, but I definitely feel like that means a lot to have someone feel that way about you.
Even after an unpredictable shift in school as we know it, passion overcomes the headache of Zoom lectures and online homework.
I can lose count of all the times where I feel like they have learned and they have grown as people. We haven't figured that one out.
An era where the delivery may be different, but the message behind it
I'm charging the same, but I'm giving them less.
transcends her 13 years
What does your brain naturally do?
here.
Your students need to know that you care about them and love them. Yeah, well, that's the bell.
This is Jordan Fremstad,
I'm only as good as the students I teach.
News 8 Now, Houston.
How cool to hear that student talk about her. Oh, melts
know.
my heart. So get this, Jacqueline and her family, they also live in Houston, and she wants to teach her kids when they're in high school.
Oh, interesting.